and she would stand here, and I would get 10, and I would hand them back to her, and she'd take them. Then I'd get 10 more, and hand them back, and she'd take them. And 10 more, and back. But as I reached for the additional cards, for some reason, she changed where she was standing. She moved closer. So that when I reached for the cards and put them back, boom, right, couldn't believe it. Then I told her, oh, I'm so sorry. Please excuse me. I had no intention to do that. I regret hitting you in the head. Oh, I'm so sorry. I regret. Apologize and excuse. I didn't see you. And I regret. I'm sad about the event that just happened. She said, no, that's okay. You made my nose go up. It now looks anyway, sympathy. Sympathy.
Some people die.
What?
Some people die.
No, not, well, yeah. But not all the time does some person die and you sympathize. To have a feeling or an understanding of what a particular person or persons may be going through. I sympathize with your situation. Now, many times the sympathy is because someone, a relative or family or friend passed away, died. And many times you will go and send a sympathy card. Do they do that in Bangkok sometimes? Sympathy card? I'm very sorry to learn of the passing of your friend, etc., etc. A sympathy card, but it's not always somebody dying. You can sympathize with somebody's problem. If they have a, like suppose they were in a car accident and had a broken hand or a leg and they were in the hospital, you would sympathize with their situation. Feel for understanding what the problem is. They're in the hospital. It can't be good. I sympathize with your problem. Again, many, many times, a sympathy, I express to you my deepest sympathy. It usually involves someone has passed away, a relative, a family member, something like that has passed away, died. Sympathy. But in the case of somebody passing away, you would send condolences to try to comfort the person who lost the friend, the relative, to death. My condolences. I learned that your great nephew passed away. My condolences. My sorrow. So you have, these things are like apology, sorry. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I didn't see you. I really am sad that it happened. I sympathize with your situation. And I express to you my condolences. Comfort you in your time of loss. Sympathy can be, I sympathize with different situations, not necessarily dying, but many times that's when you would send a sympathy card. Usually implies that someone passed away. A sympathy card. Any questions about these words?
I don't hear condolence.
What?
Condolence.
Condolence. An expression
To somebody.
to a person, no, obviously. Regarding a loss. A loss of a family member or close friend or something along those lines. I am please accept my condolences. I am very sorry for the loss of your grandnephew. Condolences. I express to you an attempt to make you feel comfortable in your loss, as much as I can't do it. I'm trying to make you feel. I am expressing my condolences, my sorrow at your loss. And I hope that you'll be in a few weeks. Sympathy, understanding. Sorry, I regret the loss. Please excuse me. I apologize. What I said yesterday was not appropriate. I apologize. Sorry. I can make it sound real. Yeah. Any other questions about this? Hope you don't have to use these words anytime soon.
Excuse and excuse me is a different meaning.
Well, excuse, if just the one word it doesn't really have that. Excuse is excuse. I mean, it means that, but please excuse me, or please excuse us, if it's a group. But excuse me, excuse, an excuse. Please excuse, it's how you pronounce the word. Excuse, please excuse me, I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to leave. Please excuse me. Okay, go. An excuse is the reason for something. It's excuse. There's a slight difference. My excuse is the dog ate the homework. Please excuse me. My excuse is that the dog ate the homework. Would you please excuse me? There are many words in English where the change in the pronunciation kind of reworks the word. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What did you say? Excuse me. Well, where's your home? What is your excuse? Same spelling and everything, but just a little bit of a twist on the pronunciation. The excuse. What is your excuse?
Teacher, we use apology in formal more than excuse and regret.
Would you use apology what?
In use formal more than formal.
Formal.
More than excuse and regret. Use apology.
Yeah, if it was, if you had done something wrong, you would say, I am sorry for coming late to class. That is my apology. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I came late to the class. Then your excuse would be the next step. The bus that I was riding on broke down, and I was stranded out of town and had to walk to the temple. That's my excuse.
So from my opinion, I think can use instead of use apology, excuse and regret can use instead of.
Well, an apology is asking someone for forgiveness.
Someone forgive.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, teacher. Please don't give me an F in the grade for being late every day. I'm sorry, forgive me. The excuse would be either a real excuse, a true excuse, or the dog ate my homework excuse, which is not true. But your apology is separate from the excuse. You can apologize to someone and not give an excuse. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It'll never happen again. And I'm not going to say that the dog ate my homework or the bus broke down. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, forgive me. That is the difference between an apology and an excuse. No excuses. So sometimes people don't accept excuses. You were late? No excuse. Out. Go. Never come back to the class again. There are no excuses.
Please explain. Condolences is a noun and sympathy is a noun too, or adjective?
Well, I would like to express my sympathy. It's like a noun. Could be
I can say
like a
that I send you my sympathy.
Yeah.
Same as I send you my condolences.
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 Yeah.
You use the same way.
Oh, no.
I
Sympathy can be, condolences are an expression of regret or sorrow over the death of a person. My condolences. Sympathy is a different, you can sympathize with a person who broke his index finger in a softball game. Oh, that's too bad. You have my sympathy. I'm so sorry. But condolences usually implies in the death of a person. Expressions of sorrow. It's a feeling of understanding what the problem is. Yeah, when a member of your family or friend passes away, you get a sympathy card. They understand your situation. I sympathize with you. My deepest sympathy, my deepest feelings of understanding the suffering going through at this moment. I'm very sorry. That's sympathy, a feeling. But it doesn't necessarily have to involve somebody dying, whereas condolences.
So do they have a card? Did you see?
Yeah, it's called a sympathy card. But sympathy has a big meaning. Condolences is part of the sympathy. Think of it that way.
Just only condolences is just only one for a person, right?
Yeah. I guess you could stretch it to a dog, a pet dog or something. No, it's usually a person. Yeah, it's not a... My car broke down. Oh, you have my condolences. No. I'm sorry to hear your car broke down, but not my condolences that your car broke down. It's more serious than a minor situation. Any other questions?
Please excuse us. It's difficult to understand.
What? Anyway, there we go. You have my condolences, my understanding, my sympathy.
And sympathize.
This could go either way. This is one of those words, it depends on how you use it. Or record. Record or record. That's just like the previous word we talked about. Excuse. Record. 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 Anyway, sample. Relic. Are always tricky. Yeah. Temple. Oh, very good. Temple, no problem. I take it you've probably seen or heard of a temple. We're in the temple. Oh, okay. Diary. record,
record,
record.
record.
Very good. Does anybody know the meaning of any one of these words? Or all of the words?
Temple, diary, record,
Really, really.
relic, relic.
Yeah, what about it?
Uh,
What's a relic?
is a noun.
But what is a relic?
The Buddha. No. The relic. It is the bone. No. It is the bone.
Well, suppose I went to Ayutthaya. Suppose I went to Ayutthaya and I was carrying a shovel. A shovel? And I went to Ayutthaya, near the temple, and I saw a piece in the very flat. Whoa! The golden Buddha.
Golden.
Wow!
Really?
400 years in the hole, and I found it.
Wow.
The relic of the ancient city of Ayutthaya. The relic in the ground. Yeah, a relic would be something. It could be
Oh. Can be anything.
Yeah,
It's all-
something
all the-
found, let's say, in an ancient, old ruin. A relic. From a relic of the days of Ayutthaya. It was carved by ancient people who placed it in the ground, or it fell into the ground, and somehow in 2014 I found it when I went to Ayutthaya and dug up the relic. A relic of the past. Doesn't have to be 5,000 years ago, it could be 100 years ago. A relic. If you go to museums here in Thailand, I'm sure there will be ancient or jewelry of some type, or any ancient piece of art or something like that. That would be a relic, something that calls back the past. A relic of days gone by. The statue that I found in the ground of Ayutthaya was examined by archaeologists, people who study ancient ruins, and they decided that it was from the 16th century, 500 years. Wow. It was a relic. Something from long ago. Diary.
Diary.
Diary. What is a diary?
Diary.
Note.
Yeah.
Write note.
And
Note.
memories.
Memories?
Yeah.
Memories
Note story.
of the days
Every
that
diary.
A diary is a record.
Record.
It's almost like a daily writing, let's say.
Record.
Yeah, a record of what you did on a particular day. Does anyone here keep a diary?
Yeah, some the 3 times a week for me.
Only 3.
Diarrhea. Yes, 3 times.
Be careful, be careful. What did you say?
Uh,
Keep a,
Pardon? Huh?
what is the word?
Diary.
Okay.
Diary.
Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, okay. Diary.
Diary.
Yeah, I keep a diary. Kept the diary 40 years, every day. 40 years, yeah. 40 years.
Writing.
Yeah, every day. Yeah. I sent send people cards and what have you. And sometimes I'll write in the date of, let's say, October 5th, 1987. And then I'll write down what they said. Get a kick out of that. But I've kept a diary, yeah, for 40 years. Yeah, a lot of people in this room are in the diary. They don't know it, but they're in. Anyway, so a diary is a daily writing, a record of what, a record, a document, let's say, of what happened, let's say, what happened October 1st, 1997, whatever. I keep a record of everything that happened, a record. You could also have a musical record.
Musical record.
And play it. This is years ago. They have CDs now and everything else. It's a recording of the song. Diary, a record. You keep a diary? Yes, I do. I have a record for. I record everything that was said. In the court stenographer will make a record of everything that is said at the trial. She will record every record. Diary. Temple. Temple is a building for a religious group. Could be a Buddhist temple. Could be a Jewish temple. Depends on other places.
Monastery.
Not necessarily a monastery. That would be a place for the monks. The monastery in the village. It is on the hillside outside of the village. There are 50 monks residing in the monastery. Monastery. Who lives in the convent? Who lives in a convent? The what? Exactly. Usually, if the women are members of a religious order of one type or another, they reside in what the nuns, the sisters, reside in a convent. Monastery, convent. Oh, and sample. Think of sample more or less as an example, let's say. Do they, like if you went into like a Tops market in Bangkok, would somebody be standing there with little pieces of something and say, would you like to try a sample of this particular piece of food? Or do they do that here? Do they do that? Provide samples at the store? Would you like to try a sample, sir? They do that in America. You walk into the market, the supermarket, there'll be somebody there, oh, would you like to try a little juice? We have it on sale today. Would you like to try a sample of the juice?
Monastery.
Monastery, who said that?
Electric
monastery, yeah, right. Anyway, so you have a record, you keep a record of the event, of anything that happened, you write it down, or put it on tape, or put it on CD, or whatever, but you've made a record of what happened. Oh yes, I keep a diary every day. Been doing it forever. In fact, I was at the temple today, so I'll make an entry about that in my diary. I'll make a record of my diary. A relic of the past, an ancient or maybe not so ancient thing from the past. You can have family relics, something that maybe a great-great-grandfather left to the family years and years ago, be a relic, something from the past. And a sample would be an example of a certain thing, a sample. Any questions?
Teacher, dairy could be dairy, milk or cow milk.
Cow milk.
No, dairy milk.
Dairy, D-A-I. Dairy is D-A-I-R-Y. Trying to trick me. Trying to trick me. Oh, I'll be watching for you. Diary is dairy. Diary is dairy.
That's the same as before.
For a second, I was thinking maybe she's right, but then I thought she can't be right. Any other questions? Any real questions? Ancient ruin. Ruin. Yeah, like if you went to a city from, and it was, you know, all falling down. It would be an ancient city. It's 1,000 years old. Nobody lives there anymore. The buildings are all collapsed. It would be a ruin. Ancient ruin. Or you can even put an S on it and say ancient ruins. Probably ancient ruin or ancient ruins if you prefer. But yeah, something from like a museum, the old city where the ruins of around.
The bone people.
To bone people. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, good luck. Any other questions? Okay. Anyway, there you have it. Monastery, convent, ancient ruins.
สมัยก่อนนะกระโดดมันใช้เป็นคน
Oh, this will see if you can figure. This shouldn't be too tricky.
เป็นทีมนักร้องได้
Okay.
Daily.
Daily. No. Daily. Daily. Weekly. Monthly. Who said money? Monthly. Ugh. Yearly. Annual. Good. Know the meaning of any one of those words. Daily. Every day. I go to the temple daily. I go to the temple every day. A daily newspaper. A paper that is printed every day. Daily. I often go to the, do you go daily? Yes, I do. I go to the, always need something, so I'm a daily shopper. I shop every day at the supermarket. Daily. Daily paper. That means a newspaper. Day. Weekly. Does it mean like weekly?
No.
Weekly, once a week.
Once a week.
Once a
Once a week.
I go to the temple weekly. Oh, you mean to say that you go to Crown? That would be W-E-A-K. Totally different meaning. Same sound, same pronunciation, weekly, weekly, but totally different meaning. This is once